All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to go over how to solve one-step equations that involve multiplication and division. When we are solving, we're going to use the same steps as adding and subtracting. So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at our first problem and locate our variable. Our variable in our first problem is v. And attached to a v is a division, that's what this bar means, division of 7. So we need to think to ourselves, how do we undo division? To undo division, we would multiply. So to undo a division of 7, we're going to multiply by 7. And whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side of the equation. Now, these 7s are going to cancel, and you might be saying, well, how on earth can they cancel? I thought 7 times 7 was 49. This 7 is technically over 1, and if we were to cross simplify, the 7s would turn into 1s. So essentially, they cancel each other out. We're going to bring down our v, and 8 times 7 is 56. Now, if I wanted to check on Desmos, I could do that. I would simply use my keyboard and type in the letter V equals, in our case, we said V is equal to 56. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to type in my equation. My equation originally said V, and then I'm going to type the division key, which is right here, and then I'm going to type 7. Whoops. 7. And then notice how I end up with 8. And that's what we had originally in our equation. So we know that we got the correct answer for that. Looking at our next problem, we have 5c equals 45. First step, what is our variable? C. What is attached to C? It's this 5, and whenever you have a coefficient and variable and they're next to each other like that, it means multiplication. So to undo this multiplication of 5, I'm going to divide by 5. I'm going to show that with the division bar. I'm going to divide by 5 here, and whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other to keep the equation balanced. Our 5s are going to cancel. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And we're going to bring down C equals, and 45 divided by 5 is 9. Now I could test this out in Desmos. I'm going to make sure I hit clear, and then I'm going to hit clear all again so that it clears everything out. I'm going to type C equals, our answer was 9, so I'm going to type 9 and hit enter. And then I'm going to type the original equation, which was 5 times C. So I'm going to type 5, and then instead of hitting the times key, I'm just going to type C. And notice how it says 45, and that's what it has on the equation over here. So we know that we got this correct. For our next problem, we have negative 49 equals negative 7k. K is our variable. What's attached to it? A multiplication of negative 7. So to undo that multiplication of negative 7, I'm going to divide by negative 7. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Our negative 7s will cancel. I'm going to bring down k, and negative 49 divided by negative 7 is positive 7. Now, two things I want to talk about this problem. One, notice that I did not divide by negative 49 on both sides. That is not what was attached to the k. Attached to the k was at negative 7. A second thing I want to talk about is if you struggle with your integer operations, you can use Desmos whenever you're dealing with equations. I cleared everything, and I would just type negative 49 and divide that by negative 7. And when I do, notice how it gives me our 7, which we got as our answer here. So if you need to use Desmos to help you with your integer operations, you can when it comes to equations. Now taking a look at this last problem, we have negative 10 equals m divided by 3. M is our variable. 3 is what's attached. A division of 3 is what's attached to it. So I'm going to multiply by 3 on both sides. When I do, our 3's cancel. I bring down m, and 3 times negative 10 gives us negative 30. And again, we could check these in Desmos by plugging that in, and we would notice that we did get the correct answer.